I've been following a little bit. Now, I know there's some kind of uprising going on right now. Let's see. Global news. Violence erupts as Russian paratroopers, those goddamn Russians, brought in to quell uprising. But I love uprisings. Oh. Well, I guess we're not on Twitch anymore. Erupted in Kazakhstan, Russia rushed in paratroopers, and I put it down. Countrywide uprising. You always know that you're in one of the, like, kind of Soviet bloc era countries when you're looking at a crowd of people and everyone is just a perfect cylinder of wool to keep themselves warm. You know what I mean? Those flat cylinder hats with, like, just the solid, like, everything's gray. There's no color at all. It's just this, just this absolutely monochrome horde of freezing people. Presidential residence, mayor's office were both burned. Police in the main city said they'd killed dozens of rioters. 18 members of security forces had died, including 2 found decapitated. Holy shit! That's how you know that's how you know things, when things have gone from protest to insurrection. Okay, it's not they got shot; it's that they were beheaded. That's like a whole other tier of civic participation. That car was undamaged. That's just what they look like in former Soviet bloc countries. Just that they're built like that. Likewise with this building. That's how I feel whenever I look at this stuff. You know, I'm supposed to wonder, is this before or after the destruction? Because I've seen videos of Kazakhstan, man. These guys aren't riding on Cloud 9. You know, on their day-to-day. Like, is this just is this normal? Is this not? I don't... Are those bloodstains? Yeah, it looked like bloodstains. Okay, I know this guy's name isn't actually pronounced Joe Mart. But it should be. Yeah, Rodzilla 2K. Russia's obsessed with rebuilding the Soviet Union. The cool thing is that if they ever do reestablish the old Warsaw Pact boundaries, they will be as socialist as the Soviet Union ever was. Like in terms of how close to socialism they got, right now, modern-day Putin-controlled Russia is as close as, like, 1956 Soviet Union. What the fuck are we doing over here? Yes, early Leninist Russia was better. But Lenin started fucking stuff up pretty much right off the bat. So... I understand that it's a product of the smoke and the tear gas. But, like, I can't help but feel that this is just what it's like all the time. You know what I mean? Like, look at this. Like, can you imagine living in any place that looks like this? Jesus Christ. It's so perfect. Yeah, you have the silent wall of metal shield wielding, you know, Russian soldiers or whatever, and you have the babushka. This is so regionalist of you, SMH. I will not apologize for believing that former Soviet-aligned countries fucking suck, okay? I've seen so many goddamn videos and pictures. Yeah, they haven't even invented long render distances. Look at this. This is like PS2 era. They were getting fucked by the Soviet Union, and then the Soviet Union collapsed and things got worse. Like, Jesus.
Security forces in Kazakhstan
say that they have
killed dozens of protesters who stormed government buildings, and several police officers in the country's biggest city, Almaty.
Almaty is like this sometimes. I've traveled to Kazakhstan many times. Yeah, okay, wait, hold on. Let me be a little bit more specific so I don't get a bunch of fucking, you know, Bolshevik reclamation wannabes, you know, getting angry at me in the emails later. Okay? Listen, there are plenty of nice places in former Soviet Union-aligned territories, all right? Okay? They're not, like, all bad or whatever. The issue is, and I think we can all agree on this, okay, is that in many ways, they fucking suck, okay? Many of them are dismal concrete stretches built across the forsaken, frozen wasteland that God never intended humans to occupy. They're highly corrupt, yeah, poor infrastructure. But, you know, people are people, and people make things beautiful. So, in spite of their remarkable hardship, the fine people of Kazakhstan, I'm sure, have made some cool things somewhere. Let me just look. Hold on. Kazakhstan capital. Nur Sultan. Okay. Nur Sultan. Probably not how it's pronounced. Let's take a look at some photos. There we go. Oh my god. Wow, it's like the future, actually. It's not at all... Wait, Kazakhstan is the country that's led by the crazy dictator, right? Or am I thinking of what, Tajikistan? Which of the stands? Turkmenistan's what I'm thinking of. That's it, that's it. All of them? Well, it definitely varies. Hold on. Country in Central Asia, borders Russia, China, Kyrgyzstan, Uzbekistan, and Turkmenistan. The world's largest landlocked country, the world's largest majority Muslim country by land area, and the 9th largest country in the world. 18.8 million people live here, one of the lowest population densities in the world. Historically occupied by nomadic groups and empires. That seems a little bit contrary. Nomadic groups and empires. You know, like, oh, yeah. Those are kind of opposite a little bit. In a number of ways. Yeah. The Mongols? Yeah, I guess. Nomadic empires, yeah. Anyway, I'm sure there's a lot of really interesting stuff here that isn't really relevant to what I'm looking for. But, I want to see how democratic they are right now. Most dominant nation of Central Asia economically and politically, generating 60% of the region's GDP. Huh. Vast mineral resources, and is officially a democratic, secular, unitary, constitutional republic with a diverse cultural heritage. Now, officially might be pulling some work there. Yeah, hold on. You know, lots of things are officially other things. Kazakhstan's a democratic, secular, constitutional, unitary republic. Well, that's cool. Prime Minister and President, bicameral parliament composed of the Majlis and the Senate. Majlis. In 2020, Freedom House rated Kazakhstan as a consolidated authoritarian regime, stating freedom of speech is not respected and their electoral laws do not provide for free and fair elections. Yeah, that kind of tracks. And as for the protests going on right now, here, human rights. Authoritarian regime, Low press freedom index. Human rights situation is described as poor. Kazakhstan heavily restricts freedom of assembly, speech, and religion. Authoritarian government. In 2014, authorities closed newspapers, jailed or fined dozens of people after peaceful but unsanctioned protests. Wait, hold on. We did that. And fined or detained worshippers for practicing religion outside state controls. Government critics, including opposition leader, remained in detention after unfair trials.
Were also killed in the worst unrest seen in the country in 30 years. Kazakhstan's president, Kassym-Jomart Tokayev, appealed to Russia for help, and a Moscow-led alliance is now sending in peacekeeping troops.
Hold on, really quick. We have to ban a cucklib. Above you. Holy shit, okay? I don't know if guns murdered your entire family or whatever, but this is the worst fucking place to die on this hill. Holy shit. I guess guns killing your family actually is a fairly realistic thing that could happen. Normally I'm like, you know, I don't know if this group or X group, but guns are actually a thing that could kill your whole family, I guess. Vaush, imagine being in a country where you don't masturbate to guns. Misspelled masturbate. Pepe laugh. Vaush, is this a reflection of your head being stuffed in a locker? For every time Vaush has had his head stuck in a toilet, we get a gun stream. Vaush, that's not what I need for a mass shooting. Vaush, this is just American stupidity bullshit. Vaush, Americans are dumb. Vaush, this is what you get when your dick doesn't work. Vaush, 26 innocent people die before a gun is ever used for its intended purpose. Some utilitarian bullshit. Wasn't there more? Oh, wait, this person's been stupid the whole stream. Wait, they typed more than this. What about the past 22 minutes? That's weird. It cuts off right here. Maybe it only hasn't logged recently? They're complaining about Arizona? Whatever. Hold on.
Soaring fuel prices sparked the protests, which are now in their 5th day. The European Union and the U.S. are calling for restraint.
Kazakhstan is facing its biggest political crisis since it split from the Soviet Union. What began as protests over the price of fuel has grown into a nationwide uprising against inequality and corruption. Reports say dozens of protesters and police have been killed in violent clashes. The president has called for help from the Collective Security Treaty Organization of 6 former Soviet nations. Moscow says the troops have been deployed on a peacekeeping mission to help the authorities regain control.
All right. I'll look more into this later. Suffice to say, everything's going to go good.